Hello, how you doing today? My name is Davion Baker and I am the OBSS coordinator. And today I will be going over your online academic advising session for all my first year students. Look, it's your first year. There's a lot of information we got to go over today. Some of this information may be something you've heard, but please be sure to make sure you're taking notes because there will be a quiz at the end of this video. So be sure to be paying attention, all right? I'll be right back. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and I'll see you in just a few. Hello, how you guys doing today? My name is Davion Baker and I will be conducting the EOP academic advising session. If you are a part of any of the EOP special programs such as OBSS, Renaissance Scholars, and Dream Success Center, this also will count for your academic advising requirement or your academic advising session. So without further ado, I got a lot of information to go over, so let's jump into the next slide. Over this presentation, we will be going over some general education, and we'll be talking about a lot of other things regarding policies, requirements for first-time freshmen or first-year students here at Fresno State. So without further ado, let's talk about the purpose of general education. The purpose of general education is develop and strengthen basic skills. It also helps prepare students to think critically and communicate effectively. I can't forget about exposing students to the variety of disciplines, and also lastly, prepare students to live in the international multicultural world. Look, I know you may be getting upset about the classes you take, and you may say this has nothing to do with my major, but having some experience in other classes that's not considered your major will help you in the real world, especially when you're working with different people from multicultural or from different backgrounds. And y'all can have some things to talk about, some things in common, because not everybody's going to have the same major as you in your career field, but you may get lucky. So a little bit about GE. The GE, if you are part of certain majors such as liberal studies, pre-business, pre-nursing, pre-social work, pre-child development, and engineering, you may have a modified general ed pattern or GE pattern. Not all GE patterns are the same, and you want to connect with your major advisor to get your specific general ed pattern for your specific major. So giving you some basic information, lower division courses are numbered between 1 and 99. You can select one course from each of the 13 areas in foundation and breadth, okay? And it's split it up into 3 different big areas. You have your foundation, which we're going to go more in depth over each of the areas, but I'm just giving you an overview. You have the breadth area, and you have your integration, and that's when you start to get into your upper division GE courses, okay? Also, you want to know that upper division courses are numbered between 100 and 199, and for students approaching 60 units or more units, select one course from each area. So again, you only have to select one course. I know you see all those courses, but you only have to select one course to complete that area, okay? And lastly, if you see anything in the red, that means that there's a prerequisite before you can take that class. Sometimes there are situations where you're a part of a learner community and you can take 2 classes at the same time, but if you're not a part of that special learning community, then sometimes you will not be able to enroll into a specific class without completing that prerequisite to enroll into that class. And if some of this information does not make sense, please be sure to email your EOP or your representative program counselor or coordinator to get more information about some of these specifics, okay? So, graduation requirements. You need a minimum of 120 units. Some of those may come from your major requirements, some of them may come from electives, and 51 of them is going to come from general education. Okay, I know some majors, depending on your major, you may need more electives, or we tell students to enroll into a double major or look at some certificates or minors as well to help you get 120. Don't just be taking random courses to get 120. take advantage of the time here you have at Fresno State so you can maximize to your most ability or to your best ability, okay? You also have to complete an upper division writing requirement. To pass the upper division writing requirement, you can either do the exam, which is an upper division writing requirement exam, you gotta or do a W course, and you gotta pass a W course with a C or better. Okay, if you're interested in taking the upper division writing exam, you want to talk to testing and see when are they offering the exam so you can test out if that's something you're interested in doing. Also, the multicultural international courses, you have to complete those. And lastly, you got to have a 2.0 in all 3 areas: your major, your campus, and your total GPA. So a little information about English pathways. All freshmen are required to take a specific English course or English path unless you are exempt. For example, if you have any AP and you pass your AP exam and you already got English credit, then this doesn't apply to you. But you want to check the info and holds in your student portal to determine which category you are in. Click details to view your category and next up, and it would tell you what category you're in. As you can see, you see a W4, that is a student who is in category 4. All right, so you want to check important infos and holds, look under written communication placement, and then you'll find out what category you're in if you ever wanted to know. So a little bit about the English pathway, right? You have 4 categories, which we was talking about briefly. Category 1 is when you completed it already. You already got your credit. You don't have to take English. You just go into your area D. Category 2 is that you have to complete your GE foundation, but you don't have to do the extra stuff that we're about to talk about right now. And then after you can complete your English 10, you can go into area D. Now, this is where it gets tricky. And category 3 and category 4, all right? Let's go over category 3. Now, category 3 is that you're English ready with the support of Early Start program recommended. That means if you went to Summer Bridge over the summer, they recommended you to go. You didn't have to go, but you was recommended to go to, get some better skills or enhance your skills on your writing ability. And then your path can do 2 ways. You can do English 5A or English 5B, or you can do English 10. Okay, your English, if you do 5A is just English 5A, and 5B is just English 10 in 2 semesters. If you want to take your time and you want to do the stretch program, you can do the stretch program. If you want to do the accelerated program and get it out the way in 1 semester, you can do English 10. Now, for my category 4, it's a little bit more trickier. This is when you're required to do early start. So if you came to Summer Bridge and you were required to Summer Bridge, it's because you was a category 4 student. So this means that you have to do either or. You can do the 5A or 5B, but they highly recommend you do Linguistics 6, English 5A, then English 5B. It's totally up to you. However you want to do it, it's up to you. But these are the options that are in place to help you be successful. It just depends on the student. Okay, and then moving on to the mathematic pathway. Now, this is required again for all incoming freshmen, unless you are exempt by AP score or a completion of a CSU approved GE math course. So if you are a design science student or you pass AP, it'll let you know that you have completed. And again, check your important info and holds and your student portal to determine which category you are in. Click details to view your category and next step. All right, so like you see, this time you look at the math QR placement category and you see the reason they're category 3. All right, let's go into the pathway as it continues. Now, you have category 1, which is similar to English. That means you completed it. You don't have to take any math for that unless you are a math major and you got other math courses that you have to take, or engineering and things like that. Now, if you are category 2, that means you got to do your GE, your area B4, and then you can go into your major courses or your major math or whatever that may be. Now, category 3, you do your B4, but this time it comes with a lab. Okay, you do a lab first. You do a lab with the area with your GE math. Okay, so if you're in math 45, that comes with a math 2L. Okay, a lab for that to help you in regards to understanding math materials a little bit much better. Unless you are a crim major, and crim majors have their own specific area. They do crim 50 and then they do an SI class. But if you are in category 4 and you are a STEM major, okay, you do your math 3 with your GE math for STEM, and then you can go into your major courses. If this is hard to make sense, just make sure you contact your representative program coordinator or counselor to get more information in depth. All right. Now, academic standing review is pretty straightforward, but I'll go over it. To be in good standards, you got to have a 2.0 GPA, cumulative GPA, not semester GPA, cumulative. Okay, and so for freshmen, you have to, freshman terms is from 1 to 129. 1 to 29. Sorry, 30 to 59 is sophomores, 60 to 89 is juniors, seniors is 90 plus. Okay, and then post-baccalaureate and graduate, that's something different. But let's just focus on freshman to senior. Okay, now if you are below a 2.0, if you are in the 1.49 range or below, you're in disqualification range, and that's for freshmen. Now if you're a sophomore, if you are 1.69 GPA or below, you are in disqualification range. Okay, anything between that per se will put you in probation range. But if you are a junior and you got a 1.84, you are in disqualification range. And 1.94 for seniors, it puts you in disqualification range. Anything above that disqualification range will put you in probation. I hope that makes sense, but I can clarify. Let's just say freshmen per se. If you were a freshman and you got a 1.54 on your cumulative GPA, that means you would be considered a probation student. But if you fall below the 1.54 and you go into the 1.49 or below it, then you will be in disqualification range. I know it gets tricky, but again, you can always come and talk to your counselors to get more information about understanding all these things we're talking about, especially academic standards. We want to encourage you to maintain at least a 2-point GPA cumulative every semester. Okay, we know it gets tough. That's why we have the resources for you to help support you throughout your college career. So going over a little bit of the student portal, with the student portal, some things to know about, which is important info and HOS. You always want to make sure you know about the important info and HOS. The to-do list, make sure you figure out if you got things you need to turn in or get done, especially when it comes time for financial aid. Also, your enrollment date, it will let you know when it's time for you to register for next semester. Okay, and then you also can learn your program advisors, who's your advisor and things like that, who to contact when you need some support. Going over the class enrollment options, right? It talks a little bit about adding, dropping, and swapping a class. Okay, for some of you guys may not know this, we're going to be going over some basics on how to add a class. You want to first add the class. So if you was to go to add a class, you want to go to add a class, and when it's time for you to register, you can add it to your wish list, which we're going to go over on the next slide in just a sec. And then once you click on that slide, you want to make sure you go to verify, and once you put verified, you can see if that class is available or not. And then we're about to show you right now. So like I was saying, you want to put classes in your wish list, and once you find classes in your wish list, you want to make sure you can verify that class. And once you verify that class, you can determine if you're eligible to get in. And you can do it two ways. You can do it by the class, if you want to search up a class, or you can put the class number. Each course has a number. As you can see, the 74877, that is the course number for Psych 10. So if you wanted to go specifically to that class and see if that was open, you want to put in 74877. All right. And if this doesn't make sense, hey, come and talk to us. We'll help you understand it more. If you're searching for classes, you want to go into My Fresno State, and it'll tell you how to search for classes, or it'll show you where you need to go to search for classes. Most likely you want to go to your class search, pick up if you want to do an English or a math. They have even things to break it down, and you can come in with a counselor to go over those things. Just ask, hey, I want to learn how to search for my classes. Come in and talk to a counselor. They'll tell you step by step how do you search for classes? Okay, it's simple, easy, straight to the point. It shouldn't be an issue. Just make sure if you have any issues, come talk to somebody. Okay. Now, My Degree Plan is another great thing you want to have access to. My Degree Plan lets you know how many more units you need until you graduate. It goes with, it lets you know exactly like steps that you need to take or classes you need to take or complete in order to fulfill your graduation requirement. And it lets you know classes that you're in progress, classes that you're missing. It's a great tool. You want to get familiar with it. Make sure you schedule an appointment with your counselor or your advisor to go more in depth on how to access it, how to understand your degree plan, because that is very vital for your success here at Fresno State. Okay, you want to make sure you know what you need to do in order to complete your graduation. All right. Also, to help you pick classes, you can go to your general catalog. Your general catalog is another amazing tool to help you identify classes, identify majors, minors, credentials, certificates. Everything is at your disposal at the general catalog. You want to copy this link or this URL down, type it in. It's going to take you to a Fresno State catalog, and it is amazing. You can see what kind of W courses they offer, what kind of majors they offer. They also have little tidbits of the class you're taking. So if you really want to know what class you're taking, you can look at your general catalog to see and get that information. All right. And again, if you want help with this, make sure you come and talk to us, and we'll be happy to help. That's our job. We're here to make sure you have a successful time here at Fresno State. Okay. Moving on to the next slide, we're going to be talking about something really, really big that's so important now for all incoming students that are first-time freshmen or new students here at Fresno State, which is the e-portfolio requirement. So the e-portfolio requirement is where you must submit the following: one general education assignment for each GE area. You will not submit an assignment for area B3 or for the third course you take in area C1 or C2. You also have to complete 3 reflections, 2 from lower division and 1 from your upper division GE. Okay, this is extremely important, and you want to make sure, if you're not understanding this part, you want to come and talk to one of your counselors to get more information, to understand what is e-portfolio means, how do you access it, and things like that. Also, your e-portfolio requirements: 15 assignments. You need to submit 15 assignments, GE assignments to submit. Each instructor will have an assignment that will be considered an e-portfolio assignment that you must submit. Okay, and as you can see on the board right here, you got A1, A2, A3, in all the areas of GE are where you most supposed to submit an assignment for that course. Again, your professor will have information, some of them, not all, but some of your professors will have information on which assignment will be considered an e-portfolio assignment that you need to submit. Okay, and then your 3 reflections, 2 reflections from area 1 through 5, then 1 reflection from area 6. Okay, so I know it seems like it's more work on top of more work, but this is just something that we got to do, right? We just got to get it done. And if you have any concerns or you need some support or help in regards to understanding this more, just come and talk to us. We're here to help. Jarrell 224. Okay. Also, e-portfolio notes. You want to ask professor to check your syllabus, which assignments need to be submitted for your GE class. So you want to make sure you check with your professor to get that information. Certain majors have modified requirements. AP courses, if in the GE area you are exempt from submitting an assignment for that area, only need to submit a GE assignment if the course is taken at Fresno State. If you need help, visit the Discovery Hub in the library. They will tell you how to access your e-portfolio and what do you do to submit assignments. Okay, and again, if this information is over your head, just come and talk to us. We're here to help you. Your e-portfolio deadline at 60 units. A warning will be placed on your student portal to have warning lifted To have the warning lifted, you must have already submitted 8 assignments from lower division GE courses and 1 reflection. At 75 units, a registration hold will be placed if the warning has not been lifted. To graduate, you must submit the following assignment for GE courses, lower and upper division, and 3 reflections. All right, I know this is a lot. I know it's a lot, but take it one day at a time, one assignment at a time. And if you need additional support, just come and talk to us. We can help. And make sure you communicate that with your major and your professor to know what specific GE assignment do you need to do. Okay? Just some spring 19 or 2019 registration. Registration begins Monday, November 5th. Please check your student board to see what day you register. Priority registration is on the 5th. Seniors on the 6th. 7th is juniors. 8th is sophomores, 9th is freshmen. All right. December 6th through December 9th, registration system will be unavailable, and it will open back up on the 10th, where you can add any additional classes that you would like to add. Okay. Critical dates: last day of instruction is Wednesday, December 12th. Dead days: faculty consultant day is Thursday, December 13th, and Friday, December 14th. And finals week is December 17th through Thursday, December 20th. Okay. And these requirements may vary depending on the program you are, but if you are an EOP student, complete your EOP requirements, meet with your EOP counselor once a semester, meet with your peer mentor twice a semester, attend 2 academic workshops per semester, attend 1 EOP academic advising session per semester, utilize EOP Blackboard, ePortfolio requirements, and complete your violence training. Okay. If you are OBSS students, you have different requirements. Please be sure to check in with me to verify which requirements you need to complete. And if you have any questions, feel free to communicate that to us or contact us via email, or come in to Joel224 to come and talk to one of your counselors about anything we went over today. That is my time. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I will see you guys all real soon, and God bless. Bye-bye. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your online webinar. Be sure to make sure you take care of that quiz. You took some amazing notes. And if you have any questions, feel free to set up an appointment with your EOP or your OBSS advisor, or even Dream Success or Renaissance Scholars if you're watching this video as well. Set an appointment up with your major advisor as well. Be sure you know what classes you're going to take, because you know that is critical. Having an amazing wish list and a plan B will help you be successful here at Fresno State. Well, that's my time, guys. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And if you got any questions, you know where to find us. Joel224. All right, have a great day. I'll see you soon.